We'll have to start with a pledge of allegiance with their flag. Oh, they'll do it for you. I don't see them in on bells. It says welcome to the radio program. I got it. Thank you very much for attending our. You're all so far away. I can't see you. This is the fourth stop on our grand tour of the North Reading School World. And we're very happy to be at the little school tonight with Mr. Lassise and staff and family and friends. We'll be getting to Mr. Lassise and little school people after a couple of items. First order of business at every meeting is public input. This is for anyone to come up and address an issue they would like to address with the school committee. Is there anybody who would like to be heard at this time? Just state your name and address, please.
My name is Jeff Ewell, 427 Park Street. How is everybody tonight?
Great.
Good, good. Thanks.
Is this set up so that people can be heard on
Are
camera?
you okay with that? Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry to see that. I was curious to know, I believe that in the month of September, you will be having some like seminars or programs for the community to come and listen to school, what do you call it, why am I drawing a blank?
Talking about budget?
The budget hearing, yes, I'm sorry.
You said September, you meant February.
I think I'm in February, yes.
If we have it in September. Dr. Troughton is hoping to put together in the month of February at least 2, if not more, information sessions. I believe one in the morning, maybe one in the afternoon, and one in the evening, so we can catch people who have different schedules and want to be able to make one of those. And I'm not sure where we're going to have them as of yet, but the bottom line is what we want to do is just have the public come in and tell us what they want us to do, what they'd like us to do, in terms of the budget for next year. Obviously, we're not going to promise that what everybody wants is going to be achieved, but just so we can hear some ideas from the community as to what programs they feel are important, what classes they feel are important at the various levels. Is class size important? Is Wednesday afternoons important? What's important? What should we try to restore back to the system for the 2009 budget?
So it's going to be 2 or 3, or could go in March?
Yes, my vision is to have something in the morning, something in the afternoon, something in the evening, trying to work around everyone's schedules, and so during February and into probably into early March.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jeff. Anyone else? Please come up to the table.
Good evening. I'm Kara McCormick, lifelong resident of North Reading. First, let me start by thanking all of you. I understand your job is very difficult and often not appreciated enough for the long hours you dedicate to the town and all of its students. So thank you. I'm here to give you some feedback as you begin to set the priorities for next year's budget. I represent Parents Organization, North Reading United for Education, and also a member of the North Reading chapter for Stand for Children. We're concerned as a group that there is a misunderstanding from our group with the community and the respective boards in town. We have been talking a great deal about putting our children back to school 5 full days. Please know that when we say that, it's not because we don't want our kids at home. We're not saying that because it's an inconvenience that they're around. It's because we want our kids in the classrooms learning. We don't want them in more study halls, and certainly not roaming around town in the middle of the day. I want them in school because I believe it is a basic right of all of our children to receive an education that fully prepares them for the future. And I happen to think that 5 full days will provide a piece of that. Eventually, our children will be competing for jobs and college placement with other children who have gone to school all day, every day. Other children who received a full education from their respective communities. It is a civic responsibility to provide a quality public education to our children. We pay it forward as a community. We all pay for public education, and we all benefit from it. Many parents who have come forward to join North Reading United for Education have done so because they are upset and some are even outraged by what has happened in our schools this year. In particular, cuts made which have resulted in half days for our kindergartners through 8th grade and study halls at the middle school. We are in support of a budget that restores the cuts that were made last year. In our infancy as a group, we already have 120 parents who have come forward to actively participate. Please don't ignore the issues that have brought all of these parents out forward and want to participate, and still expect their support in the end. It is our sincere hope to go forward with you to town meeting in full support of the budget put forth by the school committee. In order to do that, please keep in mind how important it will be to address the concerns and issues of those who are willing to step up and support our schools and the process. Thank you.
Thanks. We will be addressing fairly in-depth budget issues tonight after the middle school presentation. So hopefully, if any here to hear budget discussion, you'll stay around for that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carol. Anybody else? Okay, thanks. Next, and we haven't had a student report for quite a while, we have Kelly McQuillan to give us a student report.
I represent the class of 2009, and this past Saturday was the annual semi-formal dance, and everybody had a great time. It was hosted by the senior class, and I think everybody enjoyed themselves. It was a great way to end the midterm week, which concluded last Friday, and third quarter began today. Recently, I attended a youth service meeting, which seems like a wonderful program that just kind of brought back some information to the student reps. And they're conducting a Battle of the Bands, which is the end of March. They offer a great deal of community service to upperclassmen who need it and anybody who wants to become active in the community, such as Lowell Wish Project and Make a Plan. And they offer great February vacation day trips for middle school and high school age students, such as snow tubing, laser tag, ice skating, indoor rock climbing, and bowling. The spring musical Into the Woods rehearsal are underway. The show will be at the end of March, and details about tickets and the dates are to come out soon. The jazz concert, it was like a little trial thing in Power Block that the musical theater class, chorus, and band all put together for us. And it was an optional thing that you could just go during, I think it was second, third Power Block, and you could listen to jazz music. There was a great dance number, and we had two sophomores acting as the Blues Brothers, and they did a great job. There's 2 student exchanges going on. First is the annual trip to Mexico with Ms. O'Brien to Escuela Sierra Nevada in Mexico City, and they leave right before February vacation. And I believe just a couple weeks ago they got who they were going to be staying with, and they're in contact with them. And then AFS is an organization that has come to the high school to present to students a great deal of student exchanges, and they can go pretty much anywhere throughout the summer or the school year. And January 30th, there's an informational meeting at the high school for anyone interested. The French 5 class will be going to Montreal. The winter sports teams are continuing their wonderful seasons. Currently, the student council is conducting iFlirts, which is like a bubble sheet that you fill out and you answer all these questions, and then it's a fundraiser. You pay I think it's $2 to get your results back and find out who your best match is, like opposite sex, person in your grade, best friend, opposites.
I could have used that in high school.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then the junior and senior classes are fundraising for prom and also beginning to plan their respective proms. And then for student work, in U.S. History 2, I had a project on the Roaring Twenties, and each person was giving a little slip of paper with a topic on it, and there were like, I want to say like 20, and there was, I don't know, 30 of us in the class, so there were multiples, and you could decide if you wanted to work with another person or by yourself, and you were to create a PowerPoint that had all the details, sound, pictures, transitions, all the high-tech stuff. And you passed them into the teacher on a disc or via email, and then we held a class discussion instead of presenting each one individually.
Any questions? Mr. Lucis, I believe, isn't Kelly a proud graduate of middle school?
Absolutely.
Thanks, Kelly.
You're welcome.
And if you need to slip out to do your homework or whatever, feel free to do so. Okay, next, we have our special focus on the little school. So I'd like to call Mr. Lucis up to begin the festivities.
I'd like to welcome everybody here tonight and thank the school committee and the superintendent for the road tour. The way we see the purpose of tonight is for you to be able to come here on sort of our turf, to be able to listen to the parents here and if you have time to take a tour of the school and see firsthand what we do each day here. Secondly, tonight is a chance to spotlight a few of the activities that go on at the little school. And lastly, and most importantly, I extend an open invitation to the school committee to come visit during the day when the real excitement and the evidence of what the children are learning and the teachers are teaching can be observed firsthand. It's difficult to show you much about our school without having the two things that make it most exciting about being an elementary school principal, which are children and staff. Each day, we are fortunate for the parents here in the little school community to share their children with us, and I'm also fortunate to have a staff here that is second to none in terms of their commitment to children, the dedication, and their willingness to go above and beyond. And I would like them to stand now. If you're a staff member of the school, please stand. Thank you. About how it's structured tonight, I thought maybe we could do a Wild West theme. Dr. Trojan would spring for a cowboy hat and chaps, and dress up staffs, cowgirls, and cowboys. He told me that wasn't in the budget. So we'll see what we can do for you tonight. We're going to start by showing you, this is the halfway point. Today is mid-year. It's the 91st day of school. No, sort of, except for the two snow. No, it still is the 91st day. It's still the 91st day. And so we're going to start today, start out the meeting tonight, where we start every single day at the little school. If you come here at 8:30 a.m., this is what you will see and hear. And this is Jacob Mullen Bernstein, one of our 5th graders.
May I have your attention, please? Good morning. This is Jacob Mullen Bernstein, the news reporter from the WEE Little School. Today is Monday, January 28th, the 91st day of school. The temperature outside the little school is 30 degrees. Today's weather will be mostly sunny with a high temperature of 37 degrees and a low temperature of 26 degrees. The chance of precipitation will be 10%. The cafeteria menu will be 1. Domino's cheese pizza, 2. Buffalo chicken wrap, 3. Bagel bag lunch.